Recentemente, o governo Trump anunciou a revogação do TPS para milhares de venezuelanos. Hoje a gente está aqui para esclarecer esse assunto. O nosso especialista em imigração, Mr. Kravitz. What is TPS in general?
Well, TPS stands for Temporary Protected Status. There are about 17 countries in the world the U.S. government has granted TPS to. It usually is dependent upon when the citizen of that country arrived in the United States. General theory is that there is a condition of civil unrest or maybe a natural disaster in the home country that makes it difficult or impossible for citizens of that country to return home at that time. It's not really meant to be a permanent solution to anyone's immigration status, although, to be fair, some TPS decisions for some countries have lasted many years.
What does the revocation of TPS mean in practice?
Well, as a practical matter, it's really important because for some people who only have TPS status as their proof of legal stay in the United States, they have to now think about other options, because if you only had TPS protecting you up until today, you are technically deportable from the United States as someone who's undocumented.
What will happen to those who are currently in the process of obtaining legal status?
Good question, because a lot of people are in the process getting a visa or more likely a green card through an alternate method, whether it's a family petition or an employment-based petition. This isn't going to affect them at all, whether they are from Venezuela or any place else under TPS protection, because something else is pending. So it's not necessarily problematic or a reason to panic, but it depends what you have pending. I think for some people, as I said before, it's a big problem because in many cases they only had TPS protecting them, and that is probably true for about 600,000 Venezuelans from DHS statistics.
Are there any alternative legal options for those affected to remain in the USA?
Sure. In other words, the lack of TPS does not eliminate any other legal immigration option. It's problematic because a lot of people are in the United States under TPS and haven't done anything to try to change that status or get their green card through a family-based or employment-based petition because they had protected status they had reason to believe would at least be extendable for another 18 months, which is what the Biden administration did just before leaving office. So it's a surprise to most people, although we know the current administration is not friendly to immigration in general. It can be a shock for people who have not done any planning in advance of today. Any legal immigration option that existed before today still exists. So that's something that I think everyone who's affected by today's ruling needs to talk to their immigration attorney to see what their options are, because TPS in this administration, and I think we're going to see it for other countries as well, is going to be at best a very temporary solution.